Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my January favourites. In 2018 I've decided to have a little bit of a switch up and I'm going to do one video a month dedicated to makeup and the makeup I've been using and wearing, and that will all make sense when I post my next video, which is going to be a what's in my makeup bag January edition. And then my favourites of the month are going to be a little bit more lifestyle-y, fashion possibly. I'm getting more into clothes and things, and just other things other than makeup, otherwise it's going to become very repetitive. The only things that are makeup related that you might see in these videos will be items which I didn't include for that monthly makeup bag, and you know, like maybe new items or something that I've used that's like a one-off and I've really enjoyed. January 2018 has been interesting. It's been challenging in a number of ways and quite tiring, I have to say, so I have quite a few favourites to share with you guys, and I'm going to start off with fashion. Actually, the first thing I've been absolutely loving is this jumper that I'm wearing right now. It's actually a jumper dress, and I'm just going to stand up. It says optimism as a lifestyle, and it's from Zara. I'm going to try and link it below if it's not sold out already. I can't believe I still haven't posted my Zara and ASOS haul. I actually filmed it at the start of last month, but I just haven't got around to properly editing it yet, which is just taking me ages. I always have these high hopes of posting so many more videos, and I do film a lot of videos, but I just don't have the time sometimes to edit them. Obviously working full time and also posting on the side, it's a lot to manage. The next fashion favourite is something I've been loving actually for most of December. I just forgot to mention it last month, and I have really been loving these in January too. These are, okay, they're going to be really hard to show on camera, but they look like this. They are velvet, they've got pleats running down them, and they're super wide-legged. And why I love them so much is they're so comfortable to wear. They've got an elastic waistband, so there's none of that uncomfortableness with jeans, and they're actually really easy to dress up or dress down as well. I wore them throughout a lot of December and the holidays when I was going out socialising. I didn't really care that I was wearing the same trousers because they were just so comfortable. This is the e.l.f. pointed powder brush. The reason why I really like this is because of the tapered point it has, which means it's perfect for applying bronzer. You can literally apply it quite precisely, or you can just go in and really work it into your face. Skincare wise, I've been loving this little sample size I've got of the Quarterly Vino Source Serum SOS, and it's supposed to be a thirst quenching serum. Now, I'm not much of a serum user, I don't typically use one, but my skin has been feeling extra dehydrated this month. I have not been taking the best care of it at all. I think I've just been so tired after work that I've not been going for my usual skincare routine. I've even fallen asleep in my makeup a good few times, which is not good at all. But anyway, this, when I have been using it, has been amazing. I've noticed that it makes my moisturiser work a lot harder, it helps it to sink into the skin, and I am a very big fan. Why do I always say that? I literally always annoy myself so much when I'm editing, because all I say is, I'm a big fan of this and I'm a big fan of that. I need to like switch it up a bit. Sticking with the skincare theme, the Aldin moisturiser, which is a touch of face, sumptuous touch daily moisturiser for women, has been amazing. This moisturiser was sent to me, and it's a halal skincare brand, which I was really intrigued by. I was like, I wonder how it's going to work. It's got no alcohol in it, no animal ingredients, and it's designed by, you know, a small, fairly new brand in the UK. And I just thought, yeah, I'd love to try it out and I'd love to test it and see how it compares to like my favourite moisturiser, which is the Ember Release. I will say that this is really good if you've got oily to normal combination skin. If you're more on the dry dehydrated side and you're not using a serum, this might not be quite as moisturising for you as you would like. However, I found this is a really good mix between a moisturiser and a primer, and my makeup sits so beautifully on top of this. So this gets a really massive 5 stars for me. Since I started YouTube, I've been getting a lot of questions about my favourite hijabs. And I have 2 favourite hijab companies out online. Since I don't live in London and it's not as easy for me to get my fix of good hijabs, I turn to online, and I really like 2 stores. The first one is Samia's Treasures. All my previous hijabs used in like my Instagram pictures and things like that have mostly been from there. I've met her as well at Smoky Not Smudgy events, and she's so lovely. And yeah, I really do enjoy her brand. And recently, I'd say in the last 6 months, I've discovered a new brand as well called Heart Hijab. They have got the most amazing variety of hijabs for the best prices, and I've actually ordered 3 or 4 times from them. That's how much I stand behind them. So the first 2 hijabs I'm going to talk about are, first of all, the one I'm wearing right now, which is like this black crinkly material. I really like it because I'm not one who puts a lot of volume in my hijabs anymore. When I was in 6th form, I definitely used to. That's for another story though. I'm not going to go into how embarrassing I used to be. Anyway, I definitely used to wear volume in my hijab. It just used to be the in thing. I didn't used to have like a camel hump look going on, but I definitely had like volume on the back of my head. I have really liked wearing this because it just gives you that volume. But also, it's really warm, especially for the winter months. I really like this. And I picked up the nude version as well, which is here. But yeah, these are really nice, and they were less than £5, I believe. So really nice, easy to wash, and really comfortable to wear. The other hijab type that I've been loving from them are their pearlescent hijabs, and I've actually got 4 colours of them. That's how much I like them. So the first one I've got is this mauve colour here, and then what makes these really cool is on the other side you have a different colour. So it's pink on one side, mauve on the other, which I really like because you can either wear it in a style that sort of drapes down, you can see both colours, or if you just want to choose to wear one colour, you can do that as well. I have this one which I wore in my PGCE Q&A video, and it's purple on one side with some red thread going through it, and then on the other side it's like a beautiful reddy orange shade. Absolutely love this. This is like my favourite one, I think. It's dark green on one side, and you guys know how much I love the colour green. And then on the other side, it's a beautiful, like, this reminds me of Medina Park, like the Medina Park green. It's so stunning. And last but not least, this is the newest one to my collection. This is, I don't know how to describe this. It's kind of like a grey gold colour on one side. It's really, really nice. And then on the other side, it's a bright golden shade. These are 50% viscose, 50% cotton, and they are really, really comfortable to wear. They are warm as well for the winter time. They're fairly long as well, so you can drape these, you can layer them as well. These were originally £6.50, and at the moment they're all on sale for £3.40, which is amazing. And like I said, the colour range is brilliant. So these are like my favourite hijabs, especially for work, because I work in a school, I work with children, and as much as I love my black hijab, I like to try and wear a colourful hijab. I guess that makes me look a little bit less formal and a little bit more bright and colourful, and I don't know, it kind of matches my personality, definitely when I'm at work anyway. So yeah, those are a huge favourite of mine, not just for January, but for like since I've had them, basically they've been a favourite of mine. I've also been really, really loving this candle from Primark. I talked about this in my Primark haul way back in October, was it? I'm not sure. This is the number 17 Madagascan vanilla and patchouli candle, and it says it's supposed to burn up to 60 hours. And I've basically been using this for most of January. I just come home and lighted this, and there's something about the scent. It's so calming, and it's such a uplifting scent, but not like without being really floral or without being like the sort of scent that gives you a headache. It's just the perfect everyday scent to have burning. I'm definitely going to be looking in Primark again and trying to pick up the vanilla and patchouli scent. Let me know if you've tried it, because I'm a really, really big fan of this. The thing that I've been loving watching this month, and especially towards the end of December and like the start of January, I basically binge watched it, is The Crown on Netflix. Not a royalist, I don't really hate them. I just didn't have much of an opinion on them, but I watched The Crown. And it's essentially the Queen of England right now, Queen Elizabeth II, her story and how she became queen because her father died at quite a young age, and actually the backstory of him being king, because I didn't realise this, but his brother was supposed to be king and then his brother like left the throne. And it just goes into the details of her sort of journey of being a queen, of her marrying Prince Philip, and obviously there's going to be things in there that are dramatised and made a lot more juicy, or you know, slightly over the top to tell a good story, but for the most part it's real events. It's based on a real story, and it's just so fascinating. I really did watch a whole 2 seasons in 2 weeks. Like, I completely binge watched it, and they're going to come out with season 3 pretty soon, but they're changing the actresses and actors because they're going to be a lot older, and Charles, who at the moment has just gone to school in like secondary school, he is going to be a little bit older in the next season. Anyway, if you enjoy drama, if you enjoy history, if you want to hear a cracking British accent, oh hello you, I can never do it, but if you do enjoy that, then you must watch it on Netflix. Two magazines which I have been loving this month, and no, I'm not a magazine person, have been Cosmopolitan and Vogue. And the reason is because two really big hijabi influencers and bloggers have been featured in them, which is amazing. So obviously in Vogue we have the amazing, the spectacular, the hilarious Dina Tokyo. It was so amazing to see that Dina had been chosen to be named one of the Vogue New Suffragettes. I just think that's amazing. She really is a face for Muslim women, and I feel like since my time of wearing the hijab and since my time of discovering her on YouTube, she's always given me a bit more confidence to wear my hijab. She's been the reason why so many people have been comfortable to wear the hijab. So many women have chosen to like try and wear the hijab, and I just hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like gives her loads and loads of reward for that, because it can't be easy to be like so out there in the public spotlight, but she's making moves, she is representing Muslim women, and I feel like she just stays so genuine and true to herself, which is lovely to see, because not everyone can do that, that is definitely for sure. So I was so excited to see that, and I was happy to buy the magazine for that. I don't buy magazines usually. And of course the other blogger is Chinute Minal. She is looking absolutely stunning. I love this look. This is probably my favourite. The blue smoky liner and the pink lips. I mean, does she not look amazing? She's just got a really big, huge page spread here. How stunning is this? You guys, mashallah, Allahumma barik alaik, beautiful. And what I love about Minal as well is I follow her on Instagram, and again, she's one of those bloggers who's so down to earth, so humble, so genuine. I'm loving all the snaps with her kitten Jon Snow, and she's just someone who's relatable and someone who you want to listen to and just watch, you know. She's someone who's not above it all, and I feel like sometimes those bloggers can be far and few in between. They can be kind of hard to come by. So anyway, I don't know if you guys can understand what I'm saying or if I'm making any sense, but I'm so happy for both of them. Mashallah, they're both doing such amazing things and representing Muslim women really well. It's kind of a shame that it's taken this long for Muslim women to start being represented, but hopefully the whole industry knows that we are here to stay, and there's also more to us than putting hijabs on and talking about makeup. I know I say this coming from a mainly beauty channel, but Muslim women have so much to offer to the world, and they always have done. Literally all of our role models have got so much more to offer than just wearing a hijab and, you know, talking about pretty materialistic things. There's a lot more depth to both of those bloggers, Dina and Minal. And yeah, I hope that I'm kind of like filling this small niche of talking about working full time and being a teacher and also being a Muslim and representing Islam and challenging stereotypes, definitely, because living in the UK, depending on where you live, because there's some places that are super multicultural and there's some places that are not so much, wearing a hijab can be a real struggle. It's not as easy as when you're living in a Muslim country and it's the norm and it's accepted. It's important that we have this platform, either through writing, on a blog or on Instagram or on YouTube, to talk about the fact that we wear hijab because we want to, and we wear hijab because it empowers us, and we wear hijab because we wear it for Allah and not for anybody else. And that's all we can do. We can just present that message to the world and people can take it or they can leave it, but we have to be strong within ourselves, and the more like Muslim women role models there are out there, the better. So yeah, please go support my sisters. They are doing really big, amazing things. And I'm going to stop now because I have been totally going off on a tangent. That's more of the sort of thing that I'd want to talk about in like a hijab tag video or something related to the hijab, but I think you guys can kind of get the gist of what I'm talking about here. I am going to go now. I've just filmed 2 videos and there's things everywhere and I've got lots of tidying up to do. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please click subscribe. I can't believe I've actually reached 1,000 subscribers. Like, that's my first milestone and it's so exciting. Thank you so much to all of you guys who have already subscribed. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one.